What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If this is your first time joining us, like I say, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can know when I post. But it's always weird when people are like, oh, when do these episodes go up? I'm waiting for a new one. Dude, it's every Friday. It's every single Friday. We haven't missed a Friday yet. It's every Friday, man. You got to know that. Go to andrewsantino.com for information that you need to know about myself. Tickets for Boston at the Wilbur Theater are on sale in October. Hopefully by then we'll be able to tour. I don't know about the other dates. We're rescheduling stuff. We're doing our best. I'm sorry. We're figuring it out, man. But go to andrewsantino.com. That's where our Patreon is. Links to that, as well as merch like this Red Rocket hat. The Patreon is dope. We're adding Cheeto chats every other week. And then I'm going to do one-on-one live Q&A stuff for different tiers on there. So check out the Patreon and check out the merch at andrewsantino.com and the tour dates. Give you a little preface about the show. Rick Glassman's my guest. He's a goofball. I got a little tipsy. He got a little stony. It was incredibly fun and all over the place. So if you can keep up, welcome. It's a lot of mental tennis that you've got to play with us. But I think you're going to like it. He's one of my oldest friends in comedy and a brilliant mind, a wonderful dude. Enough of my rambling. Let's go to the episode. Whiskey Ginger fans, if you want high-quality sunglasses without a high-end price, Shady Rays are the shades for you. I have a bunch of different pairs. They sent me some stuff, and at first I was like, whatever, it's just another, sunglasses I can throw away. But they were amazing. The polarization is beautiful. They're lightweight. They're durable. If you crack them, if you break them, if anything goes wrong, this is from Shady Rays themselves, they will send you a new pair. It's pretty incredible. They are an independent sunglass company. They're not some big corporation, but the warranty is probably the craziest warranty I've ever heard. Replacements if shades are lost or broken for any reason. It doesn't even matter what happens. Dropped in the ocean, lake, whatever. They'll send you that. I just think that's crazy and that's amazing. And they're $48 on average, which is extremely reasonable. I lose glasses on a constant basis, so it's literally perfect for me. And it's great because I throw glasses all over the house, everywhere. It's great to pick up and go. And if anything happens to them, they give you a new pair. They're phenomenal. Genuinely, they're probably my favorite sunglasses that I've had in a long time. And exclusively for Whiskey Ginger listeners, they're giving us the best deal because they want to mess with my fans. Use the code WHISKEY for 50% off 2 or more pairs at shadyrays.com. Go to shadyrays.com, buy one, get one free. You can get 2 pairs of shades for $48. Only redeemable, of course, on shadyrays.com. You can find all their newest and best shades. shadyrays.com. Use that promo code WHISKEY.
In here, we pour whiskey, 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 whiskey.
You're that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again today. My good friend, Rick.
Can we actually take it from the top?
That is the top.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I need to, get shit ready.
Okay.
Oh, this is way too much stuff.
Yeah, that's really high-end, expensive vintage leather. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests. Don't rock when I'm doing it. Don't rock back and forth. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth, and now you've got me. No, don't come into the frame when I'm still doing that.
Have to fuck with it the entire
Well, you're
time.
gonna have to fuck with it as soon as you sit down. You're gonna fuck with it for sure. You're gonna adjust it.
I want you to say, ladies and gentlemen, Rick Glassman, and then I want to come in and just do something like.
Well, don't break the chair, and be careful, and don't break the chair. And I don't want you to wing yourself back there. It's not gonna be good.
All right.
Let's start from the top. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey.
I'm gonna stop and start it.
No, I just want you to not. But if you're moving, it's gonna pick it up.
How's it moving?
You were just moving.
Okay. Here. How's this?
Put your arms to your sides. They're floating. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean it once again today. It is Mr. Rick Glassman. You don't need to clap.
I'm just being silly.
All right.
I noticed that you've slowed down your speech some recently. Burned you.
My speech has slowed down recently over the last couple of months. You know why?
Why?
I got in a severe car accident.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so
not
funny to joke about.
Yeah, I wasn't making it. Didn't mean to
it's
be
fine.
funny about it.
Well,
How you feeling?
I'm fine. Those dead kids are not good, and their family isn't feeling good.
Andrew, thanks for having me
Thanks
over.
for being on the show.
So, I normally would wear like a flip-flop because that's what I wear often.
Yeah,
but
you got J's on.
Out of respect to
Last Dance.
Sunday's last couple episodes and everything that's been happening
Yeah.
with the reincarnation of the excitement of the Jordan era.
Show everybody what you're wearing. Now these are not an original Jordan. These are a mash. This is a mashup of the 4s and the 5s.
Yeah. I bought a pair of these in sometime in high school, end of high school time on eBay, and they were $90, and I thought I got a great deal, and I don't have them anymore. I just know that those were not real.
Why did you know they're not real?
Just because they looked real, they made me jump through the roof, Andrew.
Really?
But I remember when I opened the box, there was it comes with a card. The card was like, if they'd left the card out, and also it was shipped, but the box wasn't anyway.
But they used to come with a card.
I'm saying it's saying, hey, we're going to make this so authentic. We're going to give them a card, but we're not going to do a good job making the bootleg card.
A Kinko's copied card was
KKC.
For people that don't know, the KKC is a
KCC.
The KKC was a group that Rick and I were in.
Yes.
10 or 12 years ago. The Killer King Cobras.
There was no better time to flaunt my stuff with Cobra King's tidal wave. And then,
well, that was our last show. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't really afford pyrotechnics for an entire 40-city tour when you blow your budget in the first city.
that's the old saying goes.
That's as they say. So listen, this is a true story that you're right. They used to put a card in the box. And what it was they showed the shoes that up until that era of shoe that had been released, and they would highlight the shoe that was the one that you got. And that's funny that you say that because I remember
Thank you.
buying. Well, what's not funny? It's interesting you say that. Edit it. That because I remember buying Jordans in college, and it didn't have the card. And I went to the guy and I said, "Hey, at Foot Locker, I said these don't have a card." It was like a Jordan release.
They took them out.
Yeah.
They collected them.
Yeah, they collected them. I didn't know that was a thing to keep. And they sold them on eBay?
We'll be right back with a word from Marshall Rug Gallery. If you're looking for just the right flooring, you need choices. And at Marshall Carpet One, you'll certainly find them. And we're back.
So I was interested at that idea of including that memorabilia and then them using it to as a collector's item. By the way, do you have baseball cards?
I'm glad you asked. I recently got back, and when I say recently, I mean this week.
Yeah.
Got back into, I was a big Magic the Gathering collector.
Really?
And I started watching YouTube videos. Shout out to Alpha Investments. Would love to get him on my pod. The dude's channel is fantastic.
Alpha Investments, that's the guy's name?
That's his YouTube channel.
What's his real name?
Starts with an R.
Let's go for it. Raphael.
I think.
Let's just say Raphael at Alpha Investments.
Yes. And they open up old packs of like beta and unlimited and revised and alpha. And I have some of these cards and I go into my safe and I like hold them sometimes. And I want to open them so much, but the prices, I mean, these things are mental. Like I have a box of cards that sells for $17K on eBay right now.
Wow.
So he's opening them.
Don't open them.
I'm not. I'm watching these
Don't
other people
open
open them.
I'm saying don't open them.
You're right.
Look at me and say you won't open them.
I'm not going to open them.
You're going to open them. You stuttered. You're going to open them. Well, what are you going to do? Does it drop that much in price? What if you open it and it goes up?
There's 110 rares, and in each box, there are 2 rares. There are 9 rares that make it worth it.
So you might have a rare.
So you have a 10% chance where you open it, it's worth more than if it was
But you've
sealed.
always been a lucky guy, so I would imagine that your
Listen.
luck would be good enough to get a rare.
What you call luck, I call hard work.
No, it's pure luck.
I
You
mean,
won the lottery twice in a month. Don't
because
you think that's-
because even days that I didn't want to go to the gas station, I got up and I
did.
got my numbers.
And you did.
Yeah.
What was the first time you won the lottery? How much was it and where did you win?
It was $200,000, and it was a lottery at my school, Kent State. Shout out to KSU,
Love.
where it was the 50
Cougars? Wildcats.
lightning bolt and an eagle.
Oh, foggy
Flashes.
Flashes. The foggy night flashes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the FNF.
So then you won there. How much?
It was $200,000. What they did was they did a 50-50 raffle.
Got it.
And they decided to all the 50-50 raffles for the football and the basketball the whole year, they were going to let it accumulate.
Sure.
And I won it. It was $200,000.
Wow. And
$400,000, but half goes to the school, half goes to me.
What do they do with their half?
They put it into books, education.
They put it inside of the books.
You know, Andrew,
Santino.
there is this thing that I have been working on in myself, and I think I may have talked to you about this. I'm being sincere.
Okay.
Is that how you spell it?
Scineri.
Yeah. Well, yes, you're spelling something, but I'm not sure if that's how
I
you
do the right click and let the computer do it all.
When people
When I
make
see the underlined red and that it's spelled wrong on the computer, when they put the red dots under there to say you've spelled something wrong, I don't see it as a
spell it for me.
sincere. And that's how you spell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when people make jokes, my instinct has always been to like joke back.
Sure.
And that's not necessarily wrong. And a lot of the times it's actually right. But sometimes when people make jokes and I think it's funny, instead of trying to beat it, knowing that it's done, and it lets me be in the audience, like what just happened now, could have easily been a thing where I do some other thing and
Sure.
maybe whatever. But not needing that, releasing myself from that, let me hear it, and like it makes you laugh more.
Oh, it makes me feel good too. I appreciate it. That really it made me feel good for you to do that. People should know. We should explain our relationship for people that don't know.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
We're in love. Rick has a show called Take Your Shoes Off, TYSO. The Goblins as the Glassman Boppers.
Hey. He comes on mine all the time, brought him with, but I kind of, that's my thing, so go home, Mike.
Okay, well, that's a fixture of the show. You should watch the show.
Yeah.
It's a great show. I've done it. Rick and I have had a long-standing comedy.
Rick and I.
Rick and I have had a long relationship in comedy. It goes back over a decade. Rick is 6'4", I'm 6'1", 6'3", 6'4". Be honest.
Yeah, I'm just
Without
under
shoes.
6. With shoes, I'm like 5'10".
Sure.
But I'm just under 6'3". But
Right.
I do say 6'3".
I always say 6'3" or 6'4" because your hair gives you a little bit of loft. And your eyes are
Hazel.
beautiful. Beautiful. They're
Thank you.
beautiful eyes. And they're not hazel. They're blue. They are blue. They may change color in the light, but in the dark, in this light, we have the camera set to blue.
You know, I have this theory that light is a refraction of colors are a refraction of light, right?
Same thing, yeah.
So when we see a purple flower, it's because it absorbs all colors before the blue or the purple.
Mm-hmm.
And when we see a red flower, it has the least amount of energy, and we see that reflection. So my argument, and I say argument loosely,
Yeah, because we're not going to.
but I mean more
my
my theory,
Yeah.
my hypothesis.
Well, do you have a control?
Well, I was just saying hi to my buddy Hypothesis. That's the goblin.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, that's a hypothesis joke. Oh, but I was telling you something.
Is
What was
he
it?
high?
I mean, we came together. I feel like I hotboxed my car with edibles.
That's impossible to do.
It's it's an argument. But with-
Pause. Okay, here's what I want to do. I'm going to get up.
split screen this. Hold up. Split screen this on the pause.
Yeah.
So
I want the goblin in my chair.
I can't. The goblin is a lot of work, and I'm gonna call in a favor to get what I just got. But
Okay.
I can't ask
All
for more
right,
goblins.
fuck. I want the goblin in my chair.
Who you talking to? You can afford it. I can't, my friend. And we're back.
And we're back. Rick and I.
Keep me.
I
hold
should
on.
say
You can
this.
keep
Yeah.
this in. But
Joe.
you can keep all this in still.
Jenna, Joe. Yeah.
But split screen that, so that entire time where he said pause, just keep me as a still for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
That'll be
okay.
perfect. And we're back.
Yeah.
And people should know that Rick has this innate ability to
Finish each other's sentences.
to play with me comedically in a way that I've never had before. I'm being very genuine. We've done this since we've met, and we always knew we were going to do it when we saw each other. It was like an unspoken comedic bond, and an exercise I'll show you, because a lot of people might be listening to this who have no reference to you or me, our relationship. I'll show you an exercise that
What would one of those people look? I have an idea of what those people might look like.
let's
and
describe what they would look like.
I was just gonna show you.
Oh, do it.
They're like, when you. I mean, it's weird.
That's right. That's exactly what they would do. Rick and I know how to play with each other comedically very well in a world that sometimes would
Finish each other's sentences.
It might land us in a loony bin, but to be honest, it's just because we're having a great time. Let's do something. Name a podcast that you like.
Take Your Shoes Off podcast.
Name another one.
Riffin' with Griffin.
Okay. Name another one.
Armchair expert.
Give me one more.
Bad friends.
Give me one more.
Whiskey Ginger Show.
That's the show. Thank you guys so much for
yeah,
joining
yeah.
us this evening.
And
Here's do you ever listen to informative podcasts? Like not comedy. Like, do you ever listen to scientific podcasts or?
I don't care. So I do want to tell you, big
Great.
fan of Bad Friends.
Great, thank you.
And I would love an opportunity
To be on the show?
Let me show you what I mean.
Is this?
One of my favorite segments on your show is the setup punchline bit where Bobby says a setup and you come up with a punchline, and if he likes it, he gongs it. I want to try one with you.
Okay, let's do it.
A Jew, an
Yuck.
African American,
Oof.
and a couple of guys.
Oh, okay. Regular guys.
Yeah, they're all in school,
Uh-huh.
class.
Yeah.
Princeton, like a
MIT.
yes, right. They're doing the thing.
Yeah.
They're like, class sucks, but you got to go, and also there's the girl.
Oh, there's the broad.
Yeah. So they're all like, so they all like try to come up with ways to talk to her, right? So the
Right.
guys are just like, they go up to her and they're like, hey, where'd you get your shirt? From the tits? You have nice tits, or whatever guys say.
Where'd you buy the shirt tits? The tits for your shirt.
And then the African American guy said he did the same stuff, but he called her Ma.
Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
Where'd you get them the tit shirt?
But it's crazy what the Jewish guy did.
What did he say? I'll tell you what he said. He said, "Oi, those bagels look."
Oh, I liked it at oi. I'm sorry. All right, what do we head on?
Wanna go back?
Where we going?
Well, get us out of here.
Yeah.
But times have changed lately. A lot.
I like to think that you're trying to segue back from when we left to now, but you didn't remember what we were talking about.
No idea. How could I remember what we were talking about?
But the people who are watching are going to remember because it
gonna
happened
remember.
fast.
Well, they saw it, and they're gonna. Now we're not gonna know.
First base.
It's good from this angle.
Yeah. How come you never sit there? Is it because of...
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not that big of a deal. Just when you're a kid and your father says you'll never be good from the right. That's that you hang on to.
But he was
that.
talking about you playing softball.
It doesn't matter.
He was just talking about your position.
I want to
in
be
the
ambidextrous in all fields, whether it's on camera, off camera, on the field, off the field, in the car, on top of it.
Those are the main three fields. The third field was in the car on top of it.
Yeah.
What would you do on top of the car that you want to be better at?
I just want to be able to ride it.
Amen
You know,
to that.
ghost ride the whip. Do you know what that phrase means?
I haven't heard it, but I could imagine.
No, go ahead and imagine it for me.
You're driving, you're having a good time, you're with your boys, you have a couple of vodka tonics. You shouldn't be driving. Hell, you even think, maybe I should jump out of the car right goddamn now. So you do. You let it glide, and baby, there's nobody in that car except for a couple of laughs that are about to be in it once you get back in and say, I can't believe we just did that. We'll be right back with a word from our sponsors. If you're looking for just the right flooring, you need choices. And at Marshall Carpet One, you'll certainly find them. Did I say ghost whipping right? Was that what it is?
Right on the money. Right on the money. Right on the money. Right in the nose.
I like right on the money. Keep going with that.
Right on the money. Did that mean somebody actually physically penned on the money? Did you write on the money? Is that what that is? Right on the money. Is that what that means?
That's like, think of it as you putting on a number on roulette, and that's right on the money. If it goes 16...
Right. I get it. See, that
Instead of right, have you ever just thought of saying left?
left.
No, I'm
because it
saying
sounds
one
like
left
panic.
per three rights.
Left. No, that sounds like panic. Even though I'm going to end up the same way if I do three lefts.
Do you think you would feel that way if Beyonce's hit song To the Left didn't come out when it meant that's them leaving, that's panic, that's breaking up, that's pain, that's heartbreak?
No.
You've always just hated left.
It's just I've never appreciated anything about it.
Could I tell you something ironic?
Uh-huh.
That's where you've been sitting, Andrew. On the left. Stage left.
Good God. Well, that's something to feel. What's your number in roulette?
Depends.
Give it to me.
I don't want to. I don't want to give you, and I'm not even joking. There's something about...
It's a jinx.
It's not a jinx. I think you're using that word wrong.
Wrong.
Jinx.
Jinx.
That's when you
1,
use
2,
it.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You owe me a Coke.
How about I do you one better? Perrier.
Just do the ad.
Have you ever been thirsty, but you wanted it to hurt a little bit? I haven't. That's why I normally don't drink these things. But then my girlfriend told me mineral water isn't actual carbonation, but it's really good for you. I've actually been eating more salt recently because sometimes when I stand up, you guessed it, I black out almost.
Do you really?
I don't black out, but like
That's
I go a
big
little
concern,
dizzy.
honestly.
I know, yeah.
You shouldn't do that.
I think I haven't been exercising enough. I haven't been exercising. I say enough, period.
You're not eating red meat anymore?
You know, I eat red meat sometimes.
I thought you quit.
Well,
That's appalling.
Well,
you lied.
When
was the last time you had red meat?
I ordered steak tacos before I came over here and I put them in the fridge, but I haven't eaten them yet. So this will be the first time in 3 years.
Should you go through with it?
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Why don't you guys vote right here?
Yep.
Vote this right here. Vote for yes, he should eat the meat, or no, he should not eat the meat. And I guess we'll tally it up and we'll find out. And we will keep it in the fridge until we find out.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Andrew.
Yeah.
I feel really good right now. I feel really playful. And I've talked to you about this on my podcast. When you came on, we did one and we didn't post it.
Yeah.
We did a full, that was
2
probably the
hours.
last time I worked out. All the costume changes and the chair stuff. I'm literally resetting my living room with you.
Yeah.
And then we talked about some stuff. We didn't put it out. We did it again a week later. And I want to talk real stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't. Like the reason, I do, as Boris Johnson would say, but I don't.
But he would say, but I don't.
Yeah, or maybe I'm saying it wrong. I meant the one in England, the Prime Minister of England, who goes like, go outside, but don't. But work, but don't. My girlfriend's in London. It's a...
Boris Johnson. This is British accent. Boris Johnson. I am Boris Johnson.
I am Boris Johnston.
Instant. That's it. No T. Johnson. I am Boris Johnson.
What do you think about that old device where people said, that's what I said, Johnston. And like they said the wrong thing, but they think they're saying the right thing?
And the guy goes, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't.
I ate some fash sticks and applesauce.
You said cafe, not cafe. You said cafe.
Yeah, that's what I said. Cafe.
No, and then you just corrected me when
And
I
then you
said
do this. You
cafe.
go, cafe, cafe. It's like,
great.
It's
perfect.
like, come on, guys. Those types of things. And in like multi-camera sitcoms when we're right here, but
Yeah.
if we're on a camera that you're not in, I could be like, Jesus, Andrew has the tiniest penis. And then it comes back and you go, what'd you say? And the way I get out of it and the way that you're going to believe me is by going, I said, and then you make something up and they buy it.
Because even though they're 4 feet away.
But because the audience knows what's going on. So a little nod to them is me going, what? I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, man, Andrew's penis is, it sucks.
What did you just say?
Oh, nothing. I said, you're peen fron monks. Yeah, that's it. You're peen fron monks.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Let's go for burgers.
Okay. I hope it's not red meat.
It's not.
What
it's
is
actually
it?
The Impossible Burger we're going to get.
I
you
have
eaten it?
I had never really understood what that meant because about 8 years ago, I
Plant-based.
eliminated the word impossible from my vocabulary.
You just said it twice.
Oh, it's a work in progress.
Yeah,
these
you can't get rid
jokes.
of it right away. Have you had Impossible Burgers?
I have. I've had them in burger form. I've had them in meatball form, and I've had them on top of my car.
Well, someone's a step ahead of me.
Well, I would say more that I am just on board with what you... I'm a step ahead.
It was right there.
I'm a step ahead.
No.
Oh, really?
It's okay. It's okay.
When you stare into somebody's eyes,
Yeah.
it really is a strong release of oxytocin, which makes you feel really good.
Oxytocin?
Yeah.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah. That's the connection hormone.
Oxytocin. I didn't think that's what that was.
Yeah.
What's the stuff that's in Diet Coke?
I don't know. Aspartame?
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay. I thought that's what that was. Aspartame.
Well, as pertaining to Diet Coke, but I'm sure there's other different beverages that have a different chemical sugar in there.
Sugar. Cane? You prefer cane sugar or white sugar?
Oh, I thought you were talking about from the WWE. And do you find it weird that we have to call it WWE even though it was the WWF?
Well, you can't fuck with the World Wildlife Foundation. That's just a fact.
Well,
they are who they are, and they've been around for much longer than the WWE.
I know, I understand the
Vince
fact.
McMahon can't throw his weight around and go in there and tell these pandas that they're going to have to shift around their entire legacy because he thinks that his wrestling is more important than the World Wildlife Foundation.
Yeah, I agree that they should have changed.
I've literally given $150,000 every single year of my financial worth to the World Wildlife
You know what?
Foundation.
Well, here's a perfect time to plug our World Wildlife Foundation commercial.
Okay.
A pod of seals.
Many animals of the rainforest need your help.
A colony of penguins.
Many animals of the desert need your help.
An Andre of giants.
So many animals need a home. So many animals are all alone.
A bale of turtles.
So many animals don't have a phone.
A Dwayne of rocks.
So many animals love to roam.
A swarm of bees.
So many animals chew on bones.
An ultimate of warriors.
So many animals can't stand drones.
And a possible of people.
Sponsored by the World Wildlife Fund. Love the earth, and she'll love you back.
That was going to be an elephant.
You can't.
Well,
It was good.
I just feel like in today's climate, you can't pretend to be an elephant.
And it's all over the place, too. It was like 67 today, 95 the other day, 25 in the Inland Empire. Now, there's a lot of sweeping winds coming in over the top. Santa Ana winds are going to be coming, so 92 is going to be hitting in Santa Clarita. Santa Barbara is going to be pushing down a cold front, which, by the way, in Venice, surfs up, my friends. The tailwinds are going to lift up some of those high swells in the morning time from 6 a.m. just around to noon, so get ready to ride. Guys, Rick, back to you.
You crushed that. That was just, at the end, yeah, but like you were just being
I
silly.
tailed for a second.
You were in the pocket for that right away. That was good. Have you done Weatherman before?
No, but I really do like weathermen. They really are impressive to me. Weather women as well, but weathermen much more, just because they're men. But there's something about there's something about weathermen weather people that really do. News reporters are annoying.
You don't
to
have to tell me. So Andrew,
Let's do a news broadcast real fast. Let's be anchors. Let's be co-anchors together. Okay? And we have to bounce. You have to know that we know the story. I'm going to give you the story, and we just have to bounce the story back and forth and know when the other person's going to pick it up and the other person put it down.
Do you know how condescending you're being right now?
Yes.
You're like teaching me improv, and then we're going to have to just guess what it goes.
No, I'm saying acting how they do on like KTLA.
I've seen your Anchorman. I don't want to throw it under the bus. I just don't have a great Anchorman character, but I'm going to try it.
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Yes,
you
do.
have a very good one. You and Dalia both are very good at doing.
But
anchor
I want
people.
you to do it with me.
I mean, I'm going to try. This is just not my pocket.
Give me the story. What's this new story we need to report?
This just did. No, I'm just kidding.
I fucking lose it. That's so good. What's the story? What happened?
You didn't hear?
I'll lead us in.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, dude. I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
So, I had a conversation with Rory Scovel before we did a show. He's coming over tomorrow for my podcast.
Love Rory.
Great
show, by the way. If anybody has, everybody has YouTube. Watch
Robbie and YouTube Comedy Central challenge.
I realize that it is just YouTube now. It's not on Comedy Central anymore because
it's their channel.
Oh, it's their channel.
It's a Comedy Central.
It's on his channel.
It's the Comedy Central channel on YouTube.
Go to Comedy Central on YouTube and watch Robbie. Rory Scovel he's fucking hysterical.
I've been filming because I don't have people in my house. I've been having people like on my balcony separated by glass.
See, yeah.
And Rory doesn't even want to come onto the balcony. So he's just going to come and pull his car up and I'm going to be on the balcony. And I don't know how I'm going to get this because the trees and everything. But so I did a show with Rory a few years ago and got a little high. And he told me, I don't remember how it even came up, but he told me something. And I agreed for whatever reason. And I've stuck to it. Never let the audience know you're high. Now, that doesn't mean keep it a secret or they can't know. It's basically like don't use being high as an excuse. Like don't ever be like, sorry, I'm so high right now.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
But what if you say, sorry, man, I'm so high right now.
Yeah.
If it's fun.
If it's an up thing. Yeah, he's just means saying it that way.
Right.
So with that, I kind of got into a thing where it wasn't a secret. I could be high on stage or I'm not high. If somebody asks, I'll say it. And if I want to talk about being high, I'll talk about it. But by default, now that brings me to here. where I just wanted to come over and not mention it, but I got higher than
Hold on. I know what you're thinking of. That metaphor that everybody uses. I got higher than a blind side, than the
Blind
movie
Side and the
Blind
Shithouse
Side and
Factory.
Shithouse Factory.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I saw you hunting for it.
And that's what I would say if I were high.
You are high. You're on edibles.
Yeah.
How
Shout
many
out to Kiva, by the way.
How many milligrams? They're not sponsoring the show. Don't give them any love.
Is that a real? You sure you not do stuff like that?
I don't. It doesn't really matter.
Because that's like not a sponsor by thing. I am almost exclusively with them.
Yeah, they
So I
make
felt
good
like saying
stuff. What? How many?
5 milligrams in
Five?
an edible. Smoking weed, I could smoke.
Yeah.
I just don't like to smoke anymore. It hurts my throat and I feel it's bad for me.
A friend of mine gave me a 10 and 10. 10 CBD, 10 THC.
That's different.
And that what do you, no, I know it's in the pill form, and I did not enjoy it because something about that combination didn't work for me for some. I don't know what.
There's
it was.
lots of different combinations.
That
I mean,
don't-
you could either make them yourself, or some have a 4-in-1,
Do you
a
make your
9-in-1. I don't like. I'm not working with chemists, but like I'll take a 5 THC and
You know how
a.
funny it would be to have like a room full of chemists in your apartment, like 15 chemists in your kitchen.
And you know what? On my podcast, if we did that, I'm now asking. I'm so sorry, but could you come back in a couple of days? I'm gonna get a whole bunch of chemist outfits, and we'll just do picture in picture. You know, and then you're gonna come over for 10 seconds for a bit that took me days. But yeah, I guess I would hate to have chemists in my apartment. I hate having people over.
There's too many people. So you're not rejiggering the chemistry of.
Are you allowed to say that?
Huh?
Could you say that?
What?
Are you gonna bleep that?
Rejiggering?
No,
I'll say it all I
the
want.
chemists.
Rejigger.
No. Chemists. They like because of those women chemists too. Chemistas.
Oh, it's actually chemistas.
Hey, do me a favor. Don't edit that out, but I want the people to know I miss my girlfriend so much. She's in London right now.
Aww.
Yeah.
When's she coming back?
Whenever. Sorry, I just almost gagged thinking about you know who, Trump. Whenever Trump lets her back in. I'm sorry.
Whoa. This show is sponsored by Trump.
Yeah, well.
You do know that.
He ain't my sponsor.
Yes, he is.
No more than Kiva's yours.
I guess a good call. This show is going to be brought to you by Trump.
Dude.
2020 and beyond.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
He's going to get 5 terms.
Let me tell you something. But let me tell you a couple of things.
Yeah.
Hey, Dude.
Great show.
Was one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, one of my favorite shows.
I also like Salute Your Shorts. I found
Donkey Lips?
I don't know. I thought she had a good personality.
You should see her from the backside.
Well, those are the donkey lips.
That's what they say.
Guys, I do want to talk serious about though, because what's happening in this country.
If you're still on board with us so far, thank you.
Yeah, and if you're not, just head on over to Take Your Shoes Off podcast, where it's even worse.
It's more of this. It's way more of this. Can we talk about something serious?
Yeah, I was going to talk to you about Trump. What's more serious than that?
I don't want to talk about politics.
Dude, his hair?
Do you miss Ohio?
Do I miss Ohio? I didn't hear you.
Do you miss Ohio?
Yes.
Do you miss Ohio?
Yes.
Oh, you heard me this. I didn't get confirmation.
Yes.
You do?
Ohio is my family. Cleveland is my home. I grew up in a real rough area. That's why I kind of am the way I am. That's why I'm a little edgy, and that's why, like, you know, I'm not necessarily, I'm pretty untrusting, but once you're in my circle, I don't let you go. So
you didn't grow up in a rough area at all.
Cleveland. I grew up in Cleveland, and
not rough. You didn't grow up in a rough area.
Dude, when I used to be afraid that my brother was going to beat my mom up. That's
very normal in family dynamics.
No,
have you seen what they're doing on Pornhub? Now they're making their moms have sex with these guys.
This isn't Pornhub. This was back when you had to order action sports.
Ashton Kutcher to your house?
I used to order pornography DVDs.
Yeah.
And because when you order them from eBay, it doesn't say, I always thought on the package it would say, you know, Rick's
porno.
Jerking off. Yeah, you know?
Rick's porno.
So I would order DVDs, and I would my favorite one for years was this thing called Action Sports Sex. And it was basically just like different scenes of the fighting coach, and like she's in her gi and like her titty would pop out, and I'd be like, oh, that could be real. and then those girls that weren't that great looking, but there's something about sweating and fighting.
It didn't matter how good looking people used to be in porn. Did you ever notice that? Now looks mean everything.
Yeah, it was same with television.
No, that's not true. Television always prided itself in having a little bit of good-looking people involved at some part of the production.
Other than Rhoda, Mary Tyler Moore, and Blanche, name one hot leading lady. And
Ted Danson.
You make jokes.
I make real. He's beautiful.
So
You wouldn't kiss Ted Danson on the mouth?
Not during this time.
Ted. God, if I had Ted Danson.
Yeah, you know.
Make it
Then I'm calling my agents. Listen, please, just get me Ted Danson.
5 minutes. He just has to come to a studio. It's not that big of a
If
deal.
he has a green screen, I'll just put it in. Yeah, help yourself, man.
Please, I will.
You've been drinking? You've been sipping that?
I just been doing little sips. I just have little sips. I'm doing 1 day on, 6 days on.
So every day.
Oh shit! Yeah, I guess that is every day of the week. But no, I've gone. I'm doing intermittent drinking. I'm
Oh.
drinking. I'll do like 2 days. I'll have a couple of drinks Monday, Tuesday night, and then I'll take off the rest of the week. And then Sunday, I'm like, well, I'm gonna drink on Sunday and have some fun on Sunday, because otherwise, I find myself at the end of the workday wanting to have a sip of something, and I just go, well, I don't have anywhere to go. The bummer is not having to go to do a show. So if I could go to a show, I go, I'm not gonna have a drink tonight. I got stuff to do. But now I'm sitting around on my dick and I don't have anywhere to go and I don't have anything to do. And I've been drinking every night.
I have been singing less than I ever had.
You used to sing every night.
I used to sing a lot, and I was getting to the point, because I'm a really good piano player, and I'm so good that I play the harmony and the melodies together in a way that doesn't really allow another person to sing with me. I noticed this when having people over and I want to jam with them, and I'm kind of stepping on their shit because I'm playing over here too. So I've been trying to practice that and sing with it.
Yeah.
And I was getting really good. And then the corona.
Thank you.
Then
the
the
Mexican virus broke out.
And I've been singing less. And I was getting to the point where I was like, oh. Like, I'm not like going to be sold as a singer, but I would be able to sing without it being like, oh, he's making fun.
Right.
And I've lost that. And also I have some TMJ issues.
Are you doing a mouth guard at night?
Mouth guard at night?
I think about the phrase you just said, making fun. Making fun. Why is that a negative? That sounds great. If you're making fun, you're just making fun of me.
If my intentions are to make fun, it wouldn't be a negative. But I'm saying I'm not making fun.
True.
Like,
are you chewing through mouth guards at night?
The one I've got, you can't chew through. They're $700, and I am selling that at my website. That's rickglassman.com. Rick Glassman custom mouth guards, $700. That is rickglassman.com.
Do you take PayPal and Apple Pay?
Mm.
Check it out. We'll find out.
But
whose car did you borrow to get here?
David Finn. Shout out to David Finn. We'll put his Instagram handle up here.
We're gonna put it way up there. It's
Yeah.
gonna be right at the tip top. You're gonna.
You
be
have
able
to trust
see,
us. It's there.
Yeah, it's way up there. You'll see it. David Finn's car. Why did he let you borrow his car? He's out of town?
Yeah, he and his wife have 2 cars, and they he and his wife had 2 cars.
Yeah.
they didn't want that reaction, so they gave. Yeah.
So they gave you another car.
I'm picturing that thing now coming down like on a
Dropping.
spider's web. I was in bed the other day rewatching some Dragon Ball Z.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's fine at best. I thought it would be great because I used to love the show and I never finished.
When did you love it? What age gap?
That was when I was buying action sports sex DVDs. I was selling Magic the Gathering common cards and then giving away Dragon Ball D VCDs. And I didn't realize that distribution, it doesn't matter if you're selling it or giving it away, you can't give it away.
Yep.
So I thought I was getting away with it, and I was getting away with it, I guess. But I would sell these 5 VCDs. I would just burn them. And this is 10th grade, and my mom would drive to the post office. I would sell 3 a week for $550 a pop in high school, bro.
Wow.
10th grade, dude. I'm not even fucking with you. Yeah, so Dragon Ball Z then, and a spider came down, and I'm in bed. What about when people set up jokes and they give you too many details?
You did.
So I was on purpose. And I'm laying in bed, I'm doing my thing.
Yeah.
And, I got pillows under the legs. I got a glass of water. I got my mouth guard in. Piccolo comes up on the screen, starts to power up. As he powers up, the screen comes white, which I still don't understand why when a TV screen goes white, it does become so bright, as if a color is light. We could get into light. I wanted to earlier. Point is.
Light is white.
My man.
White is light.
The spider comes down. There's a spider that comes down right in the center of the television.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see it now.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, how many am I not seeing? 5?
They say you swallow 6 a year.
They say 8, but who's they? I'm never believing they says.
What do you mean?
Oh, do they?
They do.
Yeah. They say 90% of statistics are all made up.
I believe it.
Well, then we got a 1 in 10 chance of getting a card when I open the deck to get it being worth selling it.
That's right. And you're willing to take those odds. You're the guy that won the lottery twice.
Yeah, well, I didn't tell you what I did with that first $200K.
Well, I know what the school did with it. They put the money in the books.
In here, we pour whiskey.
Ooh, you feeling sexy, Whiskey Ginger fans? I want to talk to you about Adam and Eve. Not the people with the apple and the snake and all that. Adam and Eve is a wonderful company that says the best part of staying at home is playing at home. Sex stuff. Take advantage of the downtime. Choose almost any item on Adam and Eve's website at 50% off. Adam and Eve has a whole collection of fun toys. Butt plugs, dildos, vibrators, cock rings. Whatever you need, dude. 6 spicy movies, 3-piece bonus kit, and best of all, free shipping delivered discreetly to your door. When you order, you'll get all that stuff. 10 free boredom-busting gifts, my friend. Remember to use the offer code WHISKEY, that's whiskey, at the checkout. Adam and Eve has thousands of products to make you glad you're staying at home, playing, having a good time. Sex toys make being at home so much more enjoyable, don't they? Don't they, dude? I see how much stuff I can put in my butt. That's like my Tuesday afternoon exercise. Go to adamandeve.com and use that offer code WHISKEY. It is worth it. You'll get almost any item on there is almost 50% off. And it's so much fun, man. It really is. I have the vibrating cock ring, and I really like it. Don't judge me, dude. I don't judge your choices. Go to adamandeve.com, use the promo code WHISKEY, and get some stuff to put on and in your body. Have fun. This episode is also brought to you by Screwball Whiskey. Screwball Whiskey. If you're the oddball, the black sheep in your family, this stuff is good for you, man. You're looking for something new in the whiskey family? This isn't traditional at all. It's extremely unique. It's very different. It's warm and welcoming. It's got that peanut butter jazz behind it. Screwball peanut butter jazzed up whiskey, man. I like it. It tastes amazing by itself. You could drink it neat or on the rocks. I prefer it with a dessert of some kind. Like I said before, I poured on some ice cream. Dude, it tastes incredible. Put it in a milkshake. Go to Mickey D's, get a milkshake, throw this in there. At home, at the house, don't drink and drive. But, you know, this stuff is very good, man. It's delicious stuff. It's very sweet to the taste. So it's a little sipping whiskey. You know what I mean? A little sipping when you're at the house, knocking around. You want that peanut butter vibe. My dog loves peanut butter. So she likes it when I put this on my breast. She comes and licks my beard. This was invented at the Obi Noodle House in Ocean Beach, San Diego. Local stuff here in California. This is the all-American dream, man. Is the brainchild of the husband and wife duo. And basically they decided they were going to put this stuff out for the world to enjoy because they have it at their restaurant. They appeal to literally everybody. I think most people that I introduce it to really, really love it. And Screwball's doing some good stuff during COVID. $250,000 to United States Bartender Guild Foundations, $100,000 to children of restaurant employees, $100,000 to California Restaurant Association. They're also giving out care packages of 70-plus proof alcohol for sanitization. So they're incredible, man. Screwball is the original and most awarded peanut butter whiskey and now available anywhere near you. At 70 proof, Screwball whiskey is the perfect shot of the perfect addition to your favorite cocktail. Pick it up at your local store. Get it delivered today. Ready to hashtag get screwed? Go to screwballwhiskey.com for more info. Enjoy it responsibly. Advertisement by Screwball Spirits, LLC, San Marcos, California. Whiskey with natural flavors and caramel color. 35% alcohol by volume. Drink it responsibly, my friends. It's 70 proof, so take it easy.
I like gingers.
Well, people aren't still watching this.
There's no way.
That
But more than
sucks.
watch, people listen to it. People also listen to the show.
Yeah,
So
well-
for those that are listening, let's give them a piece of reality. Reality check. Drugs are going to rot your brain. So
Here's where
wake
you
up.
do your anchor. Here's where you could do the news.
Yeah, ready?
Your news thing. I mean, no.
KTLA, this is Andrew Santino live with Rick Glassman. Tonight in Riverside County, 4 young teenage boys overdose on marijuana, the first of its kind in national news.
And apparently, I can't do that voice. And apparently, we swallow 6 spiders a year.
Well, they say it's 8, Rick. More than 6, it's 8 actually spiders that are going to go into your mouth.
Teach me the cadence of that. 'Cause I'm really bad at dialects. This is not my skill set. Could you teach me that?
What'd you go to school for?
Marketing and theater.
Yeah, in journalism class, they teach you how to do broadcast journalism voice.
Oh, I didn't do that.
And it's a bunch of peaks. It's all inflection peaks. It's just
It's all inflection peaks.
It's up and down all the time. That's all it is. Today at 9 at News.
Today at 9 News, we're coming in with a great peak that we're bringing from the up to the down.
Yeah, exactly. The last thing has to always be down. The last point has to be down in case it's negative.
Yeah, that I could do. The last point being down. The LPBD I could do.
Well, the LPBD has to be in reference to knowing that the next story could be negative.
The next story could be negative.
Because you can't go, that's when he died. and
Let me
then they go to the
finish the
next
sentences. I'm good at the end of the sentence. So
Yeah.
why don't you do it? I could finish the end.
story. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Perfect. I need you to say yes if we're going to move forward.
Yeah.
Andrew Santino reporting for KTLA live on the scene. I'm here outside of a Target. Inside, a man became a target. A robbery happened this afternoon. Gun to the head. Blood splattered everywhere. 14 dead. 26 injured. Rick?
No, I'm finishing your sentence because I only know how to do the end of a sentence.
Take it away.
More at 9. Oh, man.
You having a good time?
I'm having a good time, but I do get insecure.
Why? Because the show on HBO is good.
I
just got it too.
No.
Explodes. Why do you get insecure?
Because I have been, for a long time, I would get shit a lot for always being on and being too goofy and never being serious. And, I get that. But there's like this, I don't know if it's a trauma thing, but there's this thing built in with me now where once I feel because I could see myself better now than I used to be able to. And once I see myself doing this, sometimes I love it. Sometimes it's the most annoying shit in the world. But whenever I see, I have no instincts of if I'm being annoying or not. I just know, oh, here's where you would be. You know what I mean? So when that moment comes into my head and I'm putting it out on a podcast, I'm like, it's almost like I know a hot stove will burn me and it's bad for me. And it's not just the pain, it's bad for my skin, my body, but I can't feel on my hand. So if my hand's on the stove and I don't know if it's on or not. And if it's not on, everything's great. But if it's on, oh, everyone's going to call me a Jew shit.
Well, that's the name of the episode.
Yeah. Because you learn from Saturday Night Live, use it.
Use it.
That was a really good metaphor with the hand on the stove thing.
It was good. Do you think that's because of your autism?
I think it's because I'm aware of the fact that I lack awareness, and that is new to me.
Do you talk about autism on the show?
It's not a secret. I don't bring it up a lot, and when I do bring it up,
do you not want to talk about it on the show? We can say fuck
yeah,
it up.
it's not private, but what I have found, the negative feeling I have toward it, which is my own issue, is when I got the diagnosis, half the people in my life told me, yeah, we know. And then 25% of the people that didn't have an opinion, the other 25% would say no, because they have an idea of what it is.
What did I say to you?
I told you before I was going for the diagnosis.
Yes.
So when I told you, you said, yeah, but you were through this process with me.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is I had no instance of non-believing. It was weird that people don't believe
It's not so much as a not believe. I mean, yeah,
they don't want it to be true.
It's something. I'll tell you what I think they're thinking. I think they're thinking, like, Rick, just because you have OCD, because I have things. Obviously,
sure.
Everyone has things, and I also think people have preconceived notions of what autism means based on either their experiences with it or secondhand.
Can I tell you what most people think?
Yeah.
And I'm not making a joke. People think it's like people think of mentally handicapped kids. They think somebody who has Down syndrome. Yeah. I would say the average American goes, that's autism, right? Isn't that kind of the same thing?
I don't know if the average American doesn't know the difference between Down syndrome and autism.
I would think they do.
Well, we'll put a poll up here. Let us know.
You guys vote right here. Do you think autism is the same as Down syndrome? Yes here, and then no right there. We're going to match that up with the should he eat the tacos, and that's going to kind of conclude the voting because we're not going to be able to put up any more polls.
Yeah.
YouTube lets you do 2 polls per ep.
Yeah. Per ep. So
can I mention? Let's skate away from it.
Yeah.
Because who cares?
Great.
One of the most fun times that Rick and I ever had was about 20 minutes ago when we went in the other room and did the Bad Friends thing. That was really funny.
But the second funnest
thing I've ever done with
second
you.
Most fun.
Second most funnest thing I've ever done with you. One time Rick was going in for a commercial audition. This is so fun to me. And
I wonder if I bet you I could maybe find footage for this.
Seriously?
I never put it together. But tell the story.
So we were filming it. It was me, you, and DeWalt, right?
Nope. It was just you and me.
Wait, I thought DeWalt was there. No, DeWalt was with us at the beginning of the day, and then I went with you to the audition.
Oh, when you came and woke me up in bed, was John there? I don't remember that.
Yeah, he was. And then me and you went to the audition, and I had no business going there because it was you were going for a commercial audition.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the commercial was?
Yes. It was Tide. I think it was something. It was a detergent.
It was a detergent, right?
It was Tide, and it was a callback with producers and director. And
so for people that don't know, if you do know, a callback means obviously they liked you enough to bring you back again. This is pretty exclusive. There's maybe only 5 people that get to go back for this callback, which means you have a very high chance of getting it as compared to you did before, right? Rick outside said we should do something fun for this. So we had a camera. It Was it your camera?
Yeah, it was my camera, and I remember I even rented. It was like $80. I rented a wireless lavalier mic, and we did. We filmed a lot. I had you come over to my place. You got me out of bed. It was John was not there. It was just us. He wasn't even. I never lived with John. Why would he be there in the morning? Also, doesn't matter. He's there. He's not there. Shout out to John Jawal. We'll put his Instagram handle up there.
He's there all the time. It's way at the top. That's his next to Finn's, if you can see it.
So you came over, you got me, Rick, you have an audition, you're going to be late. And you followed me through the day. We even went to the bank and like people don't want to be on the camera.
Yes.
We're putting way too much time into it. And then, you followed me to the audition, and I don't want to step on the story. I'd love to hear how you remember it.
Go ahead.
And I just, booking anything is difficult. And my technique, or I think my practice that I believe I know for sure, sometimes you've done, but you make just big choices.
You have to try.
Big choices to where if it were 50-50, you wouldn't want to do it, but because like there's a 50% chance this choice misses. But the 50% choice that it makes, that means your make now is higher than people that don't do that.
Sure.
So I just want to make big choices. So I didn't realize that my big choice was with you and not with the direct. I mean, I did realize, it just didn't matter.
Right.
But I wanted to just have a lot of fun and record the audition. Anyway. I don't know. I didn't have as much excitement for that story.
What did you do?
Well, you filmed me in the waiting room, and I remember I was like flirting with girls and asking if they're in SAG, and you didn't bring the camera in. You brought your whatever the camera phone is at the time. So I'm like trying to make you laugh, and you could hear it, and
it really did make me laugh.
And then I went
just knowing you were blowing it. That's why the story was so fun. You didn't care that you were blowing it because in my mind I was like, he's probably going to get this just because he's having so much fun. Now you didn't. But it didn't matter if you blew it because the moment was more fun than the idea of going through this process.
Had I booked that commercial, I would have made $9 million.
That's not true.
No.
You'd have made a good pretty penny.
Yeah, GPP.
How many commercials did you do?
Say that again, real slow.
How many commercials did you do? How many commercials did you do?
You did the slow motion, but we're going to edit that up 125%.
How many commercials did you do?
So it sounds regular.
How many have you done?
Well, you tell me.
Citrus mango? Mm-hmm. Fire grilled chicken with fresh mango salsa, obviously. Avocado bacon? Yeah. Hand sliced avocado and crispy bacon. I feel like I don't even know you anymore.
Introducing El Pollo Loco's new chicken tostada salads, featuring citrus mango and avocado bacon. El Pollo Loco, crazy you can taste.
And then when I went in, because I was making you laugh in the waiting room, that became the priority. Mm-hmm. And we do a take, and I'm just, whatever the take is. And it was a big choice, I remember, but the director liked it. So I remember being like, I'm in. Now I can make all the choices.
Right.
And when we set up, right before we were going, I go, and action. And he said, you're not, and he said, you're not supposed to do that. I was like, I went from trying to make Andrew laugh, made the director laugh, to my action's going to crush. Yeah. And then he tells me not to do that. And I just, and then I walked out. It was like let's go, like start the car thing.
Have you ever had an audition that you thought you blew, but you booked? I fucked that up and I booked it anyway.
Almost every audition I go into, I walk out thinking I booked it.
You've never had one where you go, fuck, I fucked that up, and it actually went well?
No.
Wild.
Maybe, but not that I could remember.
Not conscious enough. Yeah.
I mean, I've booked so many things, and every time I've booked it, I was like, yeah.
Slow down with that kind of talk.
I've only booked so many things, but every time I booked it, I've thought to myself, and then we could slow it even more. Or you don't like that I got you on that joke, so you have them bring it up 110%?
Yes.
Which is what I like to give to every audition I can, is 110%.
Can't give more than 100, impossible.
Yeah. Do you ever, well, I don't want to pimp you out, but do you have any crazy
Please,
auditions?
Daddy.
Any crazy audition stories that you'd be willing to mention? I know of some.
No.
No?
No, I do.
Audition for Punk'd was an interesting one.
It's a nightmare. That was really tough. That I hated. That put me in a very vulnerable position.
I didn't know what your dynamic
writing
was.
On the show, and
yeah,
I had to test with people, and it was really.
But before the audition process, when we went in, I thought it was just us. Was there other versions of that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because I thought that was so weird because why was I like? How did I become part of that thing?
I don't know.
That makes more sense now.
They coordinated it so oddly to me, and
because it was hours.
It was awful.
You had to do that all the time. It was 3 hours.
Yeah, we did it for days. I mean, it was terrible, and it didn't really cultivate anything in terms of like the appropriate talent for the show, because people were kind of determined on. People got picked for that show based on so many different things that didn't have anything to do with those audition processes, which was so strange.
We're talking about Punk'd when it came back like 8 years ago now.
A decade ago now.
Today?
A decade ago today.
Happy anniversary to the reboot of Punk'd.
And it's airing right now
on Quibi.
BBC 6.
BBC 6.
Yeah.
Isn't that a Star Wars character?
It's British's other channel. That's their slogan.
Okay.
Britain's other channel.
Voices, man, that's magic tricks to me.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait till you see what I put through my hand. For people at home, I'm shoving a needle through the palm of my hand right now, and Rick is stunned.
And Rick's throwing up, and this cartoon throw up. Cost $120. Hey, if you want to see some real magic, why don't you take a look at this? Like 4 years ago, I went down to Las Vegas, and I saw David Copperfield playing craps. Followed him over to roulette, hit 16. He said right on the money, and that's actually what I'm realizing.
That's why you choose 16.
Yeah.
So 16 is your number.
Well, it's not mine.
You bet on red or you bet on black?
Black.
I always bet on red.
Well, because you have the luxury
Native American. Because
Dude.
I know Native Americans. My good friend Sitting Bull. Do you know Sitting Bull?
Is that his name?
No. Well, we just call him that. He's like a big burly guy. He sits around a lot.
What's his name? What's his real name?
Marcus.
I don't. Maybe. I don't know. I do know one Native American Marcus, but you don't want to get me started on that.
No, I won't.
It's a long story without a big payoff.
Well,
so.
don't tell it. Don't tell it. Tell it.
When I was 10, whatever. I was gonna
Give or
say,
take.
yeah. I looked in the mirror.
What year was that?
94.
Okay.
Back half.
Back half of 94?
Yeah.
Second half?
Yeah, because my birthday's in July. So I was an insecure boy.
Good book.
I was a nerd. I was a collector of toys. I would look in the mirror. I would
Did you think you were a
fill
nerd when
myself
you were
with
a kid?
joy. I'd be remiss if I couldn't understand the situation that I put myself in. I would be dissed if I didn't appreciate the hunger and the love within, because it was given to me. I'm close with my parents. It was treasured with me.
Mm-hmm.
It was any loss, they'd be in hysterics. It was everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got a little bit older, and I realized she was a crazy one. Rap.
4 boys in Riverside County stabbed to death.
Dude, could you have me back at some point, and I'll wear like a suit, and I'm just gonna be so fucking straight. This is what I'm gonna be like, dude. In fact, you don't need to for the rest of the podcast. This is for if you guys have been thinking like,
is that hand sandy? Lube up, baby. Is it called OCD?
Yeah, my mom got it for me.
That's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You think that's cute? Me
Wait
too.
till you see what comes out. Your mother and your father, I hold near and dear to my heart, because they're people who I make that guy drive by every 15 minutes. I don't know if you can hear that. Just to let me know what time I'm at.
So
your
we're at 45
mom
minutes.
and dad hold a special spot in my heart.
Thanks.
Because they're both sweet people that can take a joke, and they have dirty mouths. Your father has an especially dirty mouth.
Dude, the other day,
He says F a lot.
not only does he have a lot, he says B and S, and he says bitch, the
Ugh.
word shit.
Jiminy Christmas.
Dude, but my dad sometimes he'll come in.
He doesn't say C word though, does he?
Oh, dude, the other day, I'm not even fucking joking. I'm at home, right? I'm chilling out. I'm just doing my thing. And then I have a couple girls over, just friends.
Babes.
They're 10s.
They're always hot.
My dad comes in, no joke, couldn't even make this up. He says, "Hey, cunts, let me see them titties." I'm embarrassed, right? Because I'm thinking,
did they show their tits?
not only did they show their tits, they said, "Your dad's so funny. I want to hook up with you."
Yeah,
Me,
well,
because my dad's funny.
Well, that makes sense.
Hooked up with me, blew me, sucked
many-
me
how
off,
many
drank my
girls?
cum. This was 3 girls, but like there's been other times this shit's happened. And also I want to say this was a couple years ago. I'm in a loving relationship now. But I used to go home, and also I was on a TV show.
Yeah.
And like girls, girls like guys who have funny dads who are dirty, who are on TV shows and shit.
Of course.
Dude, I'm not even joking. I'm at home, right? This was, I don't know, like 2012, right? Like this, right when like LeBron was doing his thing in Miami, right? So now I'm the guy. And that's the psyche, right?
He's gone, you're Cleveland King.
This girl came over, dude.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to say, like, could I be?
They'll bleep it anyway.
Okay. I went down into my basement, right? Where we have like a guest room, but not really. Nobody really sleeps there, but there's like a bed in it.
Sure.
Right? And, but there's a bed in it. So I had this one girl come down. She was 35, 45, 22, man. Just her tits, ass, stomach. She had all of those. She had tits and ass and a stomach, along with the rest of her body. Dude, I pulled my pants down so far, you would think I was chopped liver, bro.
Yeah.
I bend over, I put my hands on my knees, and before I could get out the word "e" for eat my butt, she had her tongue so far up my butt, it might have been chopped liver, bro.
Whoa.
So now I'm coming for the first time I've ever come without anybody touching my Johnson.
Of course.
Right? It makes me think, an American Pie, Stifler, when he got the anal glands rubbed.
Oh yeah.
And he cummed.
That's right.
And ever since then, I've had some issues maintaining an erection. For years, I haven't had an erection now. Yeah.
Really?
Are you kidding me? My middle name's Boner. Cut to a clip.
Could you imagine?
Don't cut to anything.
Could you imagine what people are thinking of right now?
7.
What's that?
What number? 1 through 10 they're thinking of?
No, what they're thinking of.
Oh.
No number.
Oh, then I have no idea.
Yeah, that's too broad of a...
You know what I've learned? And this is no joke. I will never know what somebody else is thinking. So to even build a story,
What am I thinking?
Well, I would have said 7, but now I'm going to say that
It was 7.
Well, see, these are why you can't doubt things.
So you have to recant what you were going to say. You thought you were going to say you didn't know what
Now I have a
think.
question. Would you say that a recanter is somebody that used to sing at temple but has chosen not to anymore?
It's a thing you put wine in for a while to aerate it. That's a decanter.
Yeah.
A recanter is when you put it in it twice. If you pour it out.
But a cantor is the guy that sings
at temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't recant if you're...
I used to think that, but then I looked up refried beans, and they actually are fried twice.
Are they really?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I remember I looked it up and I didn't find an answer. Everyone gave their opinions.
Have you ever done that before when you look up something and you think you still just agree with what you already knew you thought it was, even though you never found the real answer?
I have a funny anecdote of the inverse of that, where I finished a movie on Netflix and I was about to rate it a 3, and they guessed that I would like it a 4, and I thought, maybe I did like that. Maybe I did. Sincerely, maybe I'm just in a bad mood.
I miss when we could rate stuff on Netflix.
I think you still could, but it's just plus or minus.
Is there a thumbs up, thumbs down? The rumor was Amy Schumer got that changed.
And it's about time. I think what women are doing is unbelievable.
Not me.
Well, you can't try and convince me otherwise.
Okay, white women are the devil.
Listen, women as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Well,
not
3 holes, actually.
I respect the joke, but at what cost? And I'm not sure I want to just in this moment condone that, because women have a lot to put up with. There are women out there that are getting paid less than men.
Thank God.
Some of them aren't even doing anything.
Well, most of them aren't doing much. Let me tell you something.
I think women...
Back where I come from, women do 3 things. You cook, you clean,
and you party.
You take care of them kids.
Oh.
That's it. I don't want some woman coming around telling me how to live my life, how to when I need to fish.
I don't think I could do this anymore because there's nothing funny about the oppression of women, and I don't want to make light of it. And even though I know you're doing a character,
let me tell you something.
Because women for too long have been, and even just having to go in the workplace, bro,
where they don't belong.
And how many times they just are okay with a little touching here and there. Sexual assault doesn't mean rape. Just putting them in a situation where they're uncomfortable. Do you know how many times?
Tonight at 9 p.m. we'll report a new story from San Pedro about a fisherman who got his hand caught in an acre, ripped it off, and they reattached it the very next day.
And the surgeon could just as well have been a woman.
There's literally no chance. There's no female surgeons. There's no women in the medical profession at all.
And whose fault is that? It's us for not teaching our little girls to want to be these things. We as fathers need to spend time talking to our girls and getting them interested in the sciences. You know, Carly Klaus, if I'm saying that right, and if I'm not, fill it in. She has her coding with Cody.
It's Klaus.
Klaus. Well, you say Klaus, I say good for you. Because we need women to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
We need to do better.
Mm-hmm.
We need to tell our kids not what they should be, but cheer on what they want to be. You want to be a princess? You want to be a prince? I don't care if you got a dick or a pussy. You could be either, as long as when you grow up, you do good. There was this girl that I fucked not too long ago in her ass and her tits, and I came on her. I didn't say, oh, is it okay if I come on you? You know why? Because I knew she was into it because I was listening to her. People that say, oh, you're not supposed to, oh, am I allowed to make a move and kiss you? It's awkward. Come on, don't be dumb. If a girl isn't interested, you got to figure that out. Consent doesn't mean sign here. It just means fuck them in the butt. We'll be right back with a word from Marshall Rug Gallery. If you're looking for just the right flooring, you need choices. And at Marshall Carpet One, you'll certainly find them.
Could you imagine how much trouble that could get you into if people took that serious?
What I said was good. What I said was pro-women.
Yeah.
Everything I said was pro-women, while acknowledging, and also, ladies, and this is for real, leave a comment on this if this is true. There's this stigma with girls liking to get fucked rough, and that makes them whores or sluts. No, bullshit.
Bullshit.
Listen, and this isn't an overall statement, but leave some comments, girls, and let me know which one you are. And by the way, both are fine. If you want to just make love always and never get fucked, listen. The only thing I like more than love is loving you, Betty. Shout out to my girlfriend. That being said, some girls like it fucking rough, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Women, notice I'm not saying girls because you're not allowed to get rough until you're 20?
Why? Why 18 to 20 is a no?
You didn't want me to talk about Trump, so I'm not going to get into it. But it's on a federal level.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, man. But sometimes you just got to be like, fucking eat my fucking suck it, you fuck. And sometimes a girl could say, lick my clit, you Jew. I was with a girl. She was one of the Spice Girls that she worked over at Williams-Sonoma.
Sporty?
No. She just worked with Herbs.
Oh.
My buddy Herb. I mean, too many things, Rick.
So many.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm just, not high.
You can say you're high.
I just didn't want to say hello to you as if we were starting over again.
Well, you could come back in. Do you want to go out and come back in?
Yeah, let me come in and be not high.
Okay.
Okay.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean him once again today. It is Rick Glassman. You went right in front of the camera. Don't go.
Do it right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that for all my guests, but I mean him once again today. It is Rick Glassman.
Santino.
Hey, what's up, dog? How's everything going, man?
Good. Just drove over from Studio City, and boy, are my arms tired.
You just act normal for the whole podcast.
I'm just fucking around. I'm doing a stupid bit.
It's not. Don't do those bits.
Okay.
Don't do that kind of bit. So tell me, man, what have you been up to since the pandy's been going on?
Fuck, man.
Whoa. Come on, dude.
Oh, do you not want me to swear?
It's
all right.
Not appropriate.
I've been there's like rules on this. This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares? We always play.
Yeah, no, but just reel it in.
I've been watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
Don't promote Dragon Ball Z stuff.
Okay. Well, this is boring. I'm gonna go get high.
Okay, get out of here and go get high. Come back when you're high.
Andrew, I really want to actually...
Get out of here and come back when you're high.
No, I really want to do a not high podcast with you. I really think I could do it. I think I could tap into it, and you're like creating obstacles just like it. You know what? It feels like bullying. It's really just like you're doing this, and I'm not like, I really want to eat the soy jerky. Yeah, let me come in just like...
Come in, not high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I said for all my guests, but I mean once again today is Rick Glassman. Hey, man.
What's up?
How's it going?
Good, man. I'm tired. It's like normally I don't know about you, but I normally do podcasts during the afternoon.
I do them during the evening specifically to try to get people tired by midpoint.
Yeah, I'm into it. I'm just in a different podcast
vibe.
energy. Yeah, which is cool. But this is also, I love doing this here. I know that you had this at your house for a while, and now you're at a different place, and you couldn't even tell. I watched some. I'm sorry, am I boring you?
Yeah. Yeah. I liked it when you were high.
Okay. like, upside down or whatever.
These are the most comfortable sandals I've ever owned in my life, by the way.
Well,
these they're just squishy.
Yeah.
They didn't used to be squishy, the old ones.
Well, times are changing, huh?
Look, Rick's a little high. I'm a little drunk. It's just a part of our life.
Why don't we go head on over to my place for a moment? Relax. We'll come back. We'll do the pod.
You want to go to your house real fast?
Give us a snap.
All right. This is the inherent problem with comedy podcasts, right? I mean, I'm being serious. So often we are not being serious.
Right.
That when we are being somewhat serious, those that have a keen sense of conversation skills can tell. But I don't think everybody does. Here's a better example. I did Segura's show. Tom always leads me into bits. Always. It's part of their shit. That's just what they do. And I got to tell you something. It's all real. All of it is real. None of it is fake.
I did the 6th lead with you.
Yeah, what a good show.
Thank you so much.
I had so much fun. I did think my role was going to be bigger.
Yeah, it was written a lot bigger, but you didn't have it that day. So
I have it every day. There's never a day that I don't have it. You gave a little bit more weight to the girl who was on Undateable. What was her name?
It still is, Allison.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares what?
Nobody cares. And that's the problem. Nobody cares.
People care. That's my best friend's wife.
Oh, fuck me. Fuck me.
Fine.
Fuck me.
Fine.
And thanks for having me on.
Andrew, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you.
And I appreciate anybody who's still watching this because that's just downright, I mean, it's such a nerdy word, but it's just, what I was going to say after downright, it's just downright great.
Great's not a bad word.
No, it's just like overused.
How you feeling? Right.
Hey, yeah. How was that pizza you had the other day? If you liked it, what do you say?
It's good.
What, if you liked it more?
It's pretty good.
It's really tough to add pretty onto a word and have it actually go up than down because by design, it goes pretty good, good.
Yeah, but I did it the other way.
Right, and that's the opposite of an anchor going into bad news. It was going up. You did pretty good, pretty good.
I go pretty good.
Yeah.
But I could do that with almost any negative word. I can put it in front of a word and make it still be
I
positive.
know.
That's what I do. It's my thing.
All you talk about.
Well, I can't stop. Won't stop.
Get it.
Can't stop, won't stop. Get it. Gotta get it. So like if somebody said...
when somebody says. You got to change your vocabulary.
When someone says...
And then you change your perspective.
When someone says, how was sex with the lady? And you say, it was nice. And then what if it was a little bit better than nice?
I mean...
And they said, what if it's better than nice? I go, it was gross, but nice.
I don't know, man.
That means really good.
I don't know. I know you're not supposed to talk much about Michael Jackson because of what happened with Trump. But when he talks about bad being bad, kind of like I make a joke on the show The Sixth Lead. We'll cut to a clip.
You might want to stand in front of a mirror and quote Michael Jackson and say, I'm bad. I'm looking to you to make the change or whatever the lyric is.
It's great. Gross doesn't have that same vibe. Man, that outfit's gross. Nasty, however, does. Nasty.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Nasty works as a positive and a negative.
What's another one that does that?
Well, there's bad, there's nasty, there's stupid.
Sick.
Sick?
Yeah.
Those are the big four, I think, right?
I think that's the big four.
Yeah.
Bad, nasty, stupid, sick, dumb.
Yeah, but...
Oh, man, he's dumb.
Yeah. But when you talk about like an outfit, it's basically like an outfit being loud but good. Damn, that's dumb.
That is
But
dumb.
still, that is much more confused.
That shit is loud. Loud means bad, good.
No, loud just means loud. And sometimes loud is good. If you're at the movie theater, loud is good. If you're trying to sleep and the upstairs neighbors are building a fucking ice rink for 12 months.
Then get up there and let's go skate. That's what I say. Life gives you fucking neighbors that are building a skating rink, then better strap up, pal.
That's right. Pour yourself a glass of lemonade and head on up there and skate.
Can't bring lemonade on the ice. Everybody knows that. It'll ruin everything.
Andrew Santino.
That's
you
me.
went from guy who people know to guy who people pretty know. It's good, man. I wonder how this is going to do for my podcast.
Bad.
You think so?
It's going to be bad.
Your fans aren't going to like me?
No, they're going to like it. They know we had a good time. I usually end the episode with the guest saying a word or a phrase, but I'd like you to just do a monologue.
Yeah, I would love to talk about what I was talking about before when you didn't want to talk about it, and I could.
Oh, do you want to do it to end the episode, or do you want to talk about it now, regular?
Whenever you let me know, and I'll just talk about it then.
I'm gonna walk away, and I want you to stare into camera and do it.
Great.
Okay, do it.
It may be worth turning it so I'm really, you could push in properly. Also, I don't want to make this push in and any dramatic music that you're putting underneath it diminishing what I'm doing. Think of this more as when you're watching a movie, it makes more sense if it went through audio mixing. You know what I mean? I know this guy knows what I'm talking about. All right, could I get into it? So we're in a weird. I'm gonna do it again. Let me know. We're in a weird place right now. Yeah, I'm just. You cut it, and I want to make sure that you. The world's hurting. And I'm not taking away from that. And I'm not somebody who is opportunistic and feels like our country is the best country in the world and we need to focus on. But I do think that problems that are you're closer to, you could start by resolving some of those. And what's going on? I just think it's important that we focus on the hate and the ignorance and not treating it as anything other than. Thank you guys so much for having me. My name is Rick Glassman. Our special host today was Andrew Santino. And check out next week's episode of Take Your Shoes Off with Brent Morin.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.